The fork in the road, love or a call for love. Every moment of perception rests at a fork in the road. One direction reveals love as it is, unchanging, unconditional, and inclusive. The other reveals what the world calls attack, but what the Holy Spirit gently translates as a call for love. That is the simplicity. That is the grace. The mind in its dreaming insists that there are many categories. It makes shelves of judgment and files of behavior. Here is kindness, here is cruelty, here is sickness, here is health, here is saint, here is sinner. But all of this is the ego's catalogue of illusions. To the sleeping mind, there seem to be three major categories: love, attack, and defense. Attack appears to stand apart as if it were its own reality. Hatred, violence, corruption, betrayal, these are seen as forces with power. And so defense is manufactured as its counterweight. The mind becomes trapped in the cycle of strike and shield, blow and block. Yet to the Holy Spirit, who knows only what is true, there are only two categories: love and a call for love. Everything else dissolves into the nothingness it came from. Love expressed is not complicated. It is not a negotiation, not a bargain, not an act of favoritism. It does not measure who is worthy and who is not. It is not withheld when the body fails or when the story turns ugly. Love is not a fragile flame, but the sun itself. It shines equally, without exception, and what it touches it knows as itself. But when the call for love appears, it rarely announces itself as such. It may look like rage, like cruelty, like judgment, like sickness, like betrayal. It may look like an enemy's fist, a critic's words, a stranger's indifference. The ego names it attack and commands retaliation. But the Holy Spirit whispers differently. This is a call. A call to be seen in truth when the world has painted lies. A call to be loved when love has been forgotten. A call to be remembered as whole, even when the mask screams of fracture. This is the shift in perception that Jesus teaches when he reminds us that mind is love. Not a fractured personal mind, anxious and small, but divine mind, one mind. Only within the dream of separation can sickness or hatred appear, because only separation imagines a condition apart from wholeness. Where there is one, there can be no division. Where there is no division, there can be no sickness, no attack, no enemy. So the real task is never to heal the body or fix appearances. It is not to polish the dream or make the script of separation more bearable. The task is singular. Remember the one mind and answer every form with the same response: love. That is why the Holy Spirit does not understand attack. To understand it would be to give it reality. He knows only what God knows. Love is real. Everything else is a request for love. Every gesture is translated into this single language: love expressed or love requested. And both are answered with the same gift. This is the gentle correction at the fork in the road. The ego insists the path splits in three: to love, to attack, to defend. But in truth there are only two. One is the shining memory of God. The other is the shadow that longs to be remembered in him, and both are answered by the same truth. That is why forgiveness is the cornerstone of the curriculum. Forgiveness does not pardon a real sin, it sees there never was one. It looks at attack, and instead of confirming it, recognizes the call beneath it. It looks at the shadow, and instead of recoiling, answers with light. It lays down judgment and responds with love, because nothing else can heal. So the fork is not difficult. It is not a maze with endless turns. It is simple, direct, and merciful. Every glance, every encounter, every thought can be translated by this question. Is this love, or a call for love? And whichever it is, let the answer be the same. Love responds only with itself. And in the end, the fork disappears. Because there never were two roads, only one road home, paved by the recognition of love answering love. Picture, if you will, a fork in the road. One path seems to lead to love, the other to what appears to be its opposite. But appearances are deceiving, and the only real road is the one that returns to truth. For when the dream dissolves, the traveler discovers both paths were one, lit not by judgment, but by love answering love. This is the only destination of the traveler in the Twilight Zone.